Forever Under the Stars. Part 1, Ignition. They found each other once the sky had darkened. The stars burst into view like distant promises, hazy and infinite. She stood at the edge of the lake, barefoot, trembling with the weight of unsaid things. He approached softly, as if not to disturb the fragile night. I've been waiting. He, me too. Nothing more needed to be said. Their hands found each other, fingers curling like roots seeking water. A galaxy of emotions danced in their eyes, relief, fear, longing, dread. They didn't kiss, not yet. They stood, two souls recognizing their own reflection in the other's gaze. They spent hours under that sky. She told him about her broken family, the letters she never sent, the dreams she abandoned. His voice shook like wind through bare branches as he spoke of years lost in silence, grief he hadn't known how to hold. Between them, the air crackled. Love wasn't an arrival, it was the friction of opposing forces finding their orbit. Part 2, Flames. In the following weeks their love erupted. They laughed until morning, danced under streetlights, and shared cigarettes in cramped cars. Each day felt sacred and fleeting. She painted him, mouth half open in a laugh, eyes alight in moonlight. He wrote her into pages, poems she discovered in books she never finished. They were reckless and fragile. Passion roared through them like wildfire. In bed, he held her like he could never let go, and in the morning, he did. Every day. She, why do I feel like I'll wake up and you'll be gone? He, maybe because I'm terrified of how much I need you. She touched his face. She, then stay. He, I'm nowhere else I'd rather be. They clasped each other until the world narrowed down to their breath. Part 3, Collapse. But love is not always enough. Life crashed in. Jobs demanded sacrifices. Old wounds reopened. Anxiety gnawed at her chest. He drank too much, wrote too little. They argued without resolution. One night, her, you're here but not here. Him, I am here, goddammit. Her, but I don't feel you. She flung herself across the room, tears scattering like broken stars. He sat frozen, unable to help her or himself. They retreated. He moved into another apartment. She left for a friend's couch. Messages went unread. Calls ended abruptly. Their last screen exchange was his text, "I'm sorry," and a read receipt that never got a reply. They drifted, hearts cracked. Life went on, but the rupture lingered like a wound that refused to close. Part 4, Darkness. Months passed. She swallowed her grief with black tea and late-night shuttle runs between blank shifts. He wrote of voids he could not fill. He fell into apathy and anger. Nights ended with him screaming at walls, she breakdancing tears until they physically exhausted her. They entertained the idea of forgetting. Love shouldn't hurt this much, they told themselves. But grief is love surviving loss. Their souls recognized it behind every sharp ache, every midnight song that reminded her of him, every poem he couldn't finish without thinking of her. Part 5, Echo. Each of them stumbled upon a relic of the other, a sloppy poem on a napkin in his trash, a drawing of his eyes on her phone wallpaper. Each pang sent them spiraling back into memories that felt like echoes through immortal canyons. She left a voice note. "I'm sorry, I miss you, I still love you." He didn't reply. He left one in turn. "I hate that I hurt you, I'm empty without you." She listened, heard his voice crack. They were not meant for silence. Love does not live in ghosts. Part 6, Reckoning. Her friend found him sleeping on a park bench. They told him, "You need to say it." So he wrote 6 words on his palm, "Meet me where the lake begins." She drove there, heart in her throat, hands shaking. When she arrived, she was unsure they still existed for each other. He stood in the shallow water, arms open, vulnerable as she had never seen. The sky above was littered with stars. Some part of me thought maybe we only loved the idea of each other. I thought that too. He, quiet, but the ache in me, "It's yours. It's always been you." She stepped into the water. Cold hit them, but they laughed. Am I okay? He, together. Will be Part 7, Rebirth. They spent those nights rebuilding. They tore down the walls they had built around their hearts, shared their messy corners. He learned empathy. She learned to pause anger. They rebuilt from heartbreak, like lighthouses, reconstructing on battered coasts. They set rules, not to control each other but to recalibrate. Nights of communication and candlelit dinners, mornings of poetry and painting their shared bloody-thorned journey. Every emotion came, joy as wildfire, sorrow as deep river, rage that cleansed them, laughter that patchworked their wounds. Every conversation they said aloud, "This hurts, but I stay." Part 8 Union. One night under that same sky, they lay belly down on the shore. She, "Will I ever stop doubting I deserve you?" He, "Not ever, but I'll hold you when you doubt." The reflection of stars shimmered around them in the water. She whispered, "Thank you for returning, for loving me without forgetting why we hurt." He placed her hand on his chest. "Our scars live here," he said, "but so does our love." They kissed, soft and whole, sealing every broken piece. End forever under the stars. Years later, decades, they returned each year to that lake, their bodies older, their laughter seasoned, hands still intertwined like roots. After storms, the sky cracked open, the stars more intense than ever. They'd walk miles, sometimes to the water's edge, arms around each other saying nothing, because words weren't enough, but silence was. When twilight deepened, she always asked, "Will we still be okay?" And he, steady as starlight, replied, "Forever under the stars, yes." They lived fully, felt deeply, and in their ending, whenever it comes, they will vanish into that eternal night hand in hand, whole and broken, loving and aching, finally complete beneath the only sky that ever held them.